So, PayPal's new fees go from 2.9% plus 30 cents for every transaction to 2.89%, which I don't even know why bother changing that. Like, what? Okay, it's less percent, guys. 2.89% plus 49 cents. It's going up by 19 cents per transaction, which is in general just like kind of crazy that they're doing that. Like, it's so freaking greedy that they're upping their transaction fees. There's literally no basis for it besides, like, you know, wanting to make more money and wanting to appease their stockholders, right? Like, but for streamers, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal because most streamers have a $1 minimum tip amount. Which means, and I did this math, that before a $1 tip was 67 cents, you would get 2/3 of a $1 tip if someone tipped you $1, right? Now it's 48 cents. It's less than half. Like, there's honestly, in my opinion, there's really no point in giving someone $1 if more than half of that doesn't even get to them. Like, it just doesn't seem to like make an actual difference. So now, obviously, anything higher than $1, this isn't as bad. So for, let's say, a $2 transaction, it would be 2 times 0.0289 plus 49 or plus 0.49. God, I'm already messing up. So it'd be 54 cents. I guess 55 cents. So a $2 tip, the streamer gets about $1.45. Basically, that means that for a $1 tip, there's a 52-cent fee. For a $2 tip, there's a 55-cent fee. Okay, so about 3 cents more for a $2 tip. So anything above $1, like, it's not as noticeable. Obviously, if you're getting a lot of transactions, like, that stuff adds up over time, and it still sucks that PayPal has made that change in general, but it's just really, really obvious and really bad when you're talking about a $1 tip. So if you're a streamer and you accept $1 tips, in my opinion, I would personally consider increasing your minimum tip amount to at least $2, because it just, like, the fee difference is 3 cents, right? It's only 3 cents more taken away for you, so you keep a lot more of that in your pocket. So that's the question, Gun. What percentage of people donate $1? So that is definitely something to consider. And, you know, streamers are obviously encouraged to run their own numbers to see, like, how many people tip $1 and maybe, like, how many people tip above that and what you could potentially lose. But for me, my personal experience, like, I changed my tip minimum to $3, and I really didn't notice much of a difference in tipping. Like, I think with having text-to-speech on too, like, I mean, I get tons of $3 tips. If I made it $1, it would get spammed. And again, I'm not getting, like, I'm getting less than half of that, which is crazy. I sent you some math on Discord if you need it. Oh, that would be handy. Okay. How is this gonna load? I don't know what this looks like. Let me go over here. Oh, okay. I've never used OneDrive. Okay. I'm looking over the spreadsheet that Christy made. We're dealing with math. I did warn you that there would be math on stream today. I did warn you guys. Okay, so like here's a table of what the fees look like for y'all. So I don't have to math every single one on stream. So this is so small. I don't know how to... You know what? I got a better idea. I'm gonna screenshot it and then make it bigger because this is like... What is this? A spreadsheet for ants? Oh god. Whoops. That did not work. What is happening? What is happening? Breaking things. What is... My mouse is... Oh my god. My mouse is like messing up. Okay. Forget it. I can't get it to work. Okay. Not gonna get stressed on stream. Okay. So anyways, what was I saying? I got distracted with trying to work a spreadsheet. My mouse is breaking, chat. And sister's spreadsheets too. So yeah, in my opinion, like increasing your tip amount, I'm just gonna pause that, sorry.
Tipped $3.50.
Shut up! Shut up, Brian, not now. I'm trying to talk. Okay, anyways. Yes, you're doing it right, Lord Leto. Thank you so much. Really, Rad? Mine's starting to do that. Mine's definitely starting to do that. So yeah, if I were a streamer that had a $1 minimum tip, I would strongly recommend increasing it, even to $2. Like I said, it's a huge difference. You're only losing 3 more cents on the dollar with fees instead of losing like half of it, more than half of it. And I think like if someone's gonna tip you $1 to support you, like $1 more, like is that really so much of a deterrent? Like is that gonna make or break like $1 more? Like I feel like for most people probably not at that point. Like if the difference between $1 and $2 is too much, it's probably better just to like, I don't know, be a viewer and like promote their stream or something, like retweet their stream and shout them out or something. Like I just feel like, you know, for streamers, like by accepting $1 tips, you're kind of opening yourself up to like kind of some financial issues if you're not careful with your like figuring out your revenue. Because the thing is with things like Streamlabs and Stream Elements, it'll tell you how much has been tipped to you, but it doesn't include fees. So if you get a lot of $1 tips and you look at your Streamlabs or Stream Elements and you see how much revenue you've made in a month through tips, like let's say you made $100, but realistically, if PayPal's taking over half of that, then you only made $48. And if you're trying to pay bills, if you're trying to set certain goals that you need to hit, like that's a huge difference. That is a massive difference that streamers need to be aware of. So if you increase your tip minimum to $2, you're kind of getting rid of a lot of that, like that huge difference. That's a big problem. Like you're minimizing those points of like confusion and potential like miscalculations of what your actual goals are. Like let's say you have a goal to, you know, you're setting a tip goal in your stream, and let's say the thing costs like, again, let's just use $100. This thing costs $100 that you want to get, like an upgrade for your stream, and you get a lot of $1 tips, you're gonna fall very short of that goal. And then, you know, what do? It's on you to make up for that. So when it comes to like financial planning and stuff, like you're gonna have to take a look at your PayPal. And might I add, that does not include taxes, okay? You have to pay taxes on the money that you're earning, okay? So the money that PayPal is taking does not cover any taxes. So you're getting 48 cents. You're actually getting less than that because of taxes. So for $1, you're getting like maybe 30 cents of that. Like, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. So I think that having like a $1 tip minimum is kind of dangerous because of these reasons that I'm talking about here. Like it could really just completely skew your perception of like how much money you actually made. So if you're living like paycheck to paycheck, bill to bill, like that's kind of a problem. Oh, this is some great advice. Yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, I did talk to a financial planner about the situation to get their perspective. And, you know, he said, you know, tell people to run that analysis of their tips, basically seeing like if you change your minimum, how many tips do you get below $1 that you could potentially lose out on. But he does think that increasing the minimum broadly makes sense given the new fees. Stupid PayPal. I know, it's so silly. It's so silly. And I know a lot of streamers have this $1 minimum. Let me go back over here. So if you guys are just coming in, we're talking about the PayPal transaction fee increase that took place. It was implemented last week, 7 days ago. Also, for anyone that uses Venmo, like Venmo also has some transaction fees increase as well. So PayPal owns Venmo. There's also like new fees for crypto exchange, blah blah blah. Like PayPal has increased their fees basically across the board. If you guys want to see it for yourself, I will link this page that has all of the information. For anyone that wants to see for themselves, basically what we're looking at is sending money for goods and services. But you can see that paying with Venmo has its own fees and other sorts of transactions as well, setting invoices. So, and then the fixed fee depends on your currency, which primarily most of us play with US dollars, so it's 49 cents. Just the PayPal thing. So if you accept credit card tips, that's totally different. That's outside of this. But if it's through PayPal, then it might be subject to the fees as well. But I know with like Streamlabs and Stream Elements, you can accept like direct credit card tips. Is there a PO box where we can send cash? What I would say is for viewers, like, just keep this in mind. I think it's important to keep in mind if you want to support a streamer, like, you obviously probably want your dollar to go as far as it can when it comes to supporting a streamer. Like, you want it to go in their pocket as much as possible. With that, honestly, I think that Bits kind of gets a boost here because Bits, you guys cover the fee, right? So Twitch charges you, like, let's say for 100 bits, it charges you like just over $1, like maybe $1.40 or something like that. But when you give a streamer 100 bits, there's no fee. Like, the streamer does not lose. Like, if you give 100 bits, the streamer gets 100 bits, 100% of that. So there are some options on, I think Streamlabs and Stream Elements do have some options for covering transaction fees when you do a tip. Sometimes it's not on though. Sometimes it's not accurate. So if that's not something you want to think about, then Bits is a way where it actually does cover those fees. $95 bits on mobile or $1.99. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't buy Bits on mobile, that's for sure. The downside with Bits is that 100 bits costs $2.25 for me, really. Yeah, I mean, I think tipping is still good so long as it's over $1. Like, if you're doing a lot of like $1 tips, then the streamer is just losing so much. Like, consider if you want to support a streamer, best to do it in bulk, I guess is the way to say it, like larger quantities than one. Just keep in mind affiliates need to wait 60 days roughly for payment on bits, or subs and need to reach at 100 minimum for payout. That is true, Sir Jinx. Yes, thank you. Bits are rough as of year depending on where you live. That's interesting. I wonder if they would change that now that they're changing sub prices. Which that's also, I have an update for that. A small update about that we need to talk about, but 1K tips or don't even bother. Okay, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. What if you buy bits with PayPal? Oh god. Thanks for this, Loco. I've changed my Twitch payment details. I'm trying to do coffee. Is it PayPal only? Coffee is also through PayPal. I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, well, just support me through coffee. That is literally a PayPal transaction. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they accept. I think that you... Can you link a Stripe account on coffee? I'm not sure. Or is it Ko-fi? I never know. How about wire transfers? Okay, I don't know. I don't think streamers are giving out their bank accounts so that you can wire transfer money. Your friend tried what, Snuggie? To do to check for Stripe? Yeah, I think it's through PayPal. What was the reason for PayPal increasing the fees? Greed? Oh, for Stripe. Yeah, see, Ko-fi is PayPal. We will just meet you at the next TwitchCon with cash. When is there gonna be another TwitchCon, Merritt? There's so many COVID variants right now. We're never getting out of this. 2030. Didn't eBay drop PayPal? PayPal owns eBay. So that doesn't make sense. Someone bring a duffel bag of cash. Ko-fi allows Stripe connections, does it? I think most people have it on PayPal by default, though. It just means we can save up even more money to give you a TwitchCon 2069. What if I just give my viewers my bills and they pay them directly? Oh god. Please do not dox yourself. Now, I would say, like, tipping with PayPal is fine. I don't know if there are I don't know if there's another widespread alternative payment option. I think that's why PayPal can do this. Because I don't know, like I'm just thinking about Streamlabs and StreamElements and what processors they allow. There's nothing really as widespread. Venmo is also owned by PayPal, and Venmo's transaction fees have also increased. Yay! So a sub versus a $5 tip would give, what would give more? A $5 tip. Anything above $1 is still okay for PayPal. It's still okay. Let's see. I think Chrissy says she posted a little spreadsheet. So $1, you're gonna get 48 cents. The streamer gets 48 cents of that. But $2, the streamer gets $1.45. Basically saying that there is a 52-cent transaction fee for $1, but it goes only up to 55 cents at $2. So anything above like $2 and up is fine. So, you know, obviously the more the like, you know, you're getting more of that, right? The percentage probably slightly increases. Like, this is the biggest jump, is the $1 to $2 mark. And that's why I recommend streamers to just change their minimum from $1 to $2. Yes, Nuggie. And I'll be posting more information on my Twitter as well. So definitely make sure you're following that. And I'll be doing some follow-up tweets with like some graphs and some math. I know. I'm gonna do some math. I'm gonna do some math there. I'll tie some money to a pigeon and send them your way. Thank you so much. $2 dad jokes I also approve. My minimum is $3. My minimum has been $3 for a long time. Cause like, to me, I just feel like, again, it was like the initial fees were the biggest thing for me. You know, now obviously it's even more significant, upping it to $3. So at $3, you know, before I got $2.61, now I get $2.42, which still sucks a lot. It's still a huge difference. Like that flat fee is like, they increased their flat fee by 19 cents, which is, you know, when it comes to these amounts, is a significant chunk. But yeah, so a $2 tip you get $1.45, $3 tip you get $2.42. There's a balance. There's a balance between like not excluding, like not potentially missing out on revenue from someone who can't afford to give $5, right? But like could give maybe at $2 or $3. There's also thinking about like, do your tips get spammed a lot? Like for me, I have a lot of people that tip because they like the text to speech, even though I'm sorry I have it paused right now, but a lot of people like that. So I know I can set my minimum at $3 and like not worry about it getting spammed too hard, even though it still gets kind of spammed, but Loco needs to go declare herself a religion and then all donors would be tax deductible. Oh my god. Then you have to worry about taxes. Yeah. This does not include taxes. Yeah. So every streamer is gonna be different with like what they choose to change their minimum at, but whether they just decide to keep the dollar minimum, I just personally don't think it's worth keeping the dollar minimum, like because your viewer is not like supporting you as much as they think they are. Like it's like complaining about the Twitch sub split, right? And then you're just gonna allow that for your tips as well. Like you can change that, just one more dollar. What is the fee formula? It is 2.89% plus 49 cents. It's on my tweet here. That is the new fee. Obviously, if you accept a different currency, that you that's gonna look different. But this is for USD. I am not a tax person, but I'm pretty sure it's like how much you actually make. Otherwise, that wouldn't make any sense. I think it's your net revenue for I mean with fees. Louis Bin is not a cult. Who would spam text to speech? No idea, Lord Leto. No idea. Yeah, no problem. Akamatsu. Did I butcher your name? I'm so sorry. Akamatsu. Does anyone have any questions about this? We have a lot more to talk about today. We've got some news about malicious IP logging Twitch accounts. We're gonna be talking about that next. And I actually have a small update about the localized sub pricing too, for streamers who are waiting for those tools. What's up, A-Greens? How you doing? I hope you had a good lunch. Note that this channel does not give medical, financial, and/or legal advice. Exactly. I'm not a lawyer, doctor, or accountant, tax person. There's an option to pay the fee when you're sending the money. You can some will have like a checkbox, Ed, that says like, hey, I want to pay the fee. I think you have to math it yourself, but you're not technically paying the fee. You're not you're paying more, but there's still a fee, but then it's like they're getting more of that $1, I guess. You know what I mean? I missed the PayPal chat. What's the TLDR for best way to support streamers these days? So I think bits is good because that is paying the fee. Like the viewer is paying the fee. There's no fee. When you give 100 bits, the streamer gets 100% of that. So bits definitely is looking better right now. But tips above $1 are still okay. Like there is gonna be more of a fee no matter what because of that flat fee increase. But the streamer's getting more of it so long as it's $2 or more. So yeah, just don't tip $1, basically. That is my TLDR. It was delicious, had steak, nice. So yeah, more information's on my Twitter if you guys want to let people know about this. I'll be posting some follow-up information on the Twitter with some numbers, also my personal recommendation of upping your tip minimums. I only have $1. If you only have $1, then I mean, in my opinion, it goes so much further to be an active chatter, to retweet, you know, and boost your favorite streamer's tweets, to tell a friend, to watch the stream, to just like engage, to follow their social medias, to watch their YouTube videos. Like that can go so much further than just giving up like the last dollar that you have, especially considering that more than half of it you're actually just donating to PayPal. Like you're just giving PayPal money. Like, and the streamer's getting like, you know, like a side of that, you know? So if you don't want to do that because that feels really bad, there's tons of ways that you can support a streamer for free, and it goes such a long way. So save your dollar, you know, hold on to that, you know, put in your savings account, build interest over time, and help out with some free ways instead. PayPal needs help with their electric bill. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I read about it. This was the article that I read more about it. Motley Fool. I don't remember if they say why. Like, PayPal likely believes the massive market presence, along with the stickiness of its services for merchants, gives its pricing power against competitors like Square, Stripe. Like, they literally just because they want more money. Like, it's just because a lot of people use it. That's it. That's why they did it, guys. I know. There's like, it's just money. They just want more money. I don't know what people expect. Like, they make so much freaking money. Like, they're just making money off people moving money. Like, because capitalism. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because they can. That's why. That's your answer. They want a mega yacht. All right, Snuggie, exactly. Okay, so I do have a small bit of news regarding the localized sub prices. Just a small update. First of all, if you're in Europe, check your sub prices because they have probably gone down in most countries. In like a lot of countries besides like the US and Canada, sub prices are changing to match your region's basically income levels. So check to see if your sub price has changed because it's probably cheaper. So it just rolled out to Europe, and a lot of streamers have been asking for tools to see their sub revenue by country because, you know, Twitch has this program where they will make sure you're guaranteed like a baseline minimum because of the change. Because their thing is like initially your revenue is going to go down because your current sub pricing, like your current subs, right? Like that's less money. But over time, people will gift more subs and more people in general will sub because it's more affordable. That's the logic. Now, obviously, we can't confirm that on our end unless we have tools to show us like our sub revenue based on each country so that we can actually compare. Okay, so before we were making this much, right? Like $5 from each sub, no matter where they were. And now we're getting this much from how many, you know, from what different countries. So unfortunately, that tool is not available yet. Twitch said soon. Soon, TM. We're gonna get that tool. But I do have an important update. the tool will have retroactive data, meaning that even though it's not ready yet, you will be able to go back before the changes were made and actually see what your numbers were and make that comparison, which is really important. So for any streamers that were kind of stressing out about that, I was stressing out about that. Don't worry, because when the tool comes, you know, soon TM, that you'll be able to go back before the change was made and make that comparison. New sub price for Norway was weird. My monthly cost went down by almost 33%. Nice. Well, Joss says it might also just be like currency exchanges and stuff like that. Like the dollar compared to, you know, your country's dollar. I got an email some time ago from Twitch saying my sub prices were going down. Then some days after, I got another email telling me to ignore the previous info because nothing was changing for me. I was like, but I'm in Portugal. I guess that first email was for the first couple countries being introduced to the change, and only now the rest of us are getting it. Yeah, they just started rolling out to countries throughout Europe, like just in the last week. Not Jack, so that might have been why. It might have been an initial email just to let you know, and then like a kind of like a follow-up. It's matched against the euro, so it makes sense, but it's still weird. Hey, whatever. Whatever, it's cheaper for you, Joseph. I don't know. Sounds like a good thing to me. For you guys, anyways. I mean, it's hands down something that's good for the viewer, like no matter what. Is it good for the streamer? That remains to be seen. Like, will more people sub? Will making the sub price like more affordable? Will more people sub? I mean, logically, yes. But is it enough to make up for that change? I think for bigger streamers, yeah. Like, it'll definitely be better. For Twitch overall, it'll be better. The numbers will be better. For smaller streamers, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because, like, I mean, how many new people are you getting to sub? Like, how many new people even exist to sub? You know what I mean? I don't know. In tight-knit communities, like, people pay and gift each other subs at $5 no matter what kind of thing. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Once the tool is available for streamers, I will definitely let you know. Really doubt it would be that relevant for smaller streamers. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be, I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna be good for smaller streamers.